All right. Let's give the automatic tracking activation signal. There we go. All right. Feels good to be home. Feels good to be back in the regular ass freaking swing of things. And make sure the thing's on. So, plans to tear up back. How exactly am I going to do that? I've got a couple options, right? Because I could just sit and do all of my rowing movements first, which is usually around 6-ish sets. So maybe this row and then that chest supported row, or maybe a seated row or something. Or I could do all pull downs first, vice versa. Pull downs here, maybe some pullovers, pull down machine. I think those are the two extremes of back. You can sit and hit a bunch of shrugs, but honestly, I think if you're doing solid mid-back activating rows, where instead of pulling with your elbows down towards your sides, you kind of flare them up. It doesn't have to be way up here, but just higher up, your hands are coming towards your, basically nip level instead of belly button. That should kind of get you going. And honestly, I think if you want one muscle in this area to be wider than the other, I'd want bigger shoulders than bigger traps. If you're like a college wrestler, you probably like that trappy kind of look. But I want to be wide, right? So I want shoulders to kind of overpower my upper body. But I'm going to start with pull downs, and I think I'm going to do 3x3s. And all I mean by that is 3 pull downs, probably 3 right here, this handle, same weight, same everything, then 3 rows, then 3 more pull downs, and then 3 rows. We should be good. So I'm kind of treating back the same as I would arms, because with arms, you can kind of, I'm not saying you can do whatever you want, but in a way you kind of can, because you can sit and do all tries, and then all buys, then all tries, half and half, where you do like 2 sets of triceps, 2 sets of biceps, back and forth until you're done. Superset them, push downs, immediately hit curls until you're done. There's a lot of ways to change it up. And I think that's probably one of my favorite things about how I train. It's just that it's different. It's not always the same lift every time. Now I keep track of not exactly my weights, but like my relative strength, because I haven't, let's just say been doing the full stack on pull downs for a while. But if I know I feel strong, I'm just going to push it a little bit further than normal, right? I'm not tracking all my sets in like a log book, but you kind of just, you tell me. I just like keeping kind of a mental kind of recording of my own strength. Each training session that I'm having, like each training block of like dieting or bulking or maintaining or whatever, if you can rock 200, and if 300 is pushing it a little bit too far. So I want to kind of ride the line, right where this shit's heavy. I'm not going to hurt myself, but I'm going to push myself, right? Push, not hurt. But no more talking. Let me get a song playing and go crazy here. This is a heavy stack. All right. 2 more of those. I might have to drop the weight a little bit. Good. Okay. One more. Come on. All right. Next pull down movement will be a little lighter. Let's hit the row behind me. All right. 5 big ones. This is heavy. Okay. Okay. One more at the same weight, and I might have to drop to 4 for the third one. Okay. All right. Let's lose a plate. Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right, shit. Time for a lat movement. Not sure which one. Let me figure it out. All right. So this might not be the only lat movement I finish with. I'll probably move on to like either a machine pull down or some cable setup. But I know an alternating set of single arm pullovers, it'll do the trick, at least right now. So I'll do like 7 aside, repeat until failure. Okay. Okay. All right. Actually, one more of those. Okay. Holy shit. All right. What would you do next? Another cable pull down or something different? All right. So I had that 3 sets, 3 sets, 3 sets, 3 sets plan. Wouldn't have been bad, but I think I want to alter it a little. So 3 pull downs, 3 rows, 2 pull downs, 2 rows, 1 pull down, 1 row finisher. I think that'll be good. Because I kind of want to save one little something for lats right at the end. For me, lats make your, well, a lat pump makes you look wider in a pose down. So that's a little bit personal preference. But let me get a good song going and go nuts here. This is just 200, very squeezable. All right. What am I doing? Ooh. Forgot my straps. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, one more. Okay. Oh my God. Man, those first 2 rows freaking got me. I might just finish with one pull down and that'll be all. Let me hit it and then we'll decide. But we're close to fully pumped. And not just fully pumped, but fully stimulated. All right, if I can get a good TikTok edit going, then I think I've got a plan for the finisher. So it'll look something like this. 10 minimum pull-ups. Now, will my chin be like totally above the bar? Fuck, man, that's pretty hard. They'll be good, you know, actual decent range of motion, of course. But I can't do that many. I'm freaking heavy. So I'll superset it with lighter pull-downs and really squeeze them. I might actually go a little heavier here because I'm pretty strong in this movement. But yeah, so I guess, oh shit, how heavy is that? Going from 240-pound pull-downs to 160-pound pull-downs. So that's a good drop set in my mind. All right. Get up on my step stool so I can reach. Okay. Holy shit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's get some badass lighting found. All right, that was a pump. Now, of course, that should not come as a surprise to anyone, certainly not myself. But it is still badass every freaking time. Crank this guy down to, let's get that 4, if you know what I'm talking about. This, ooh, now that break, come on. Yeah, sorry about that. I wouldn't say camera trouble, but just camera adjusting. So, let's see how we're looking. I feel very good. I'm talking the entire lift is got me freaking going. So, without even really flexing, but just tightening up the shirt, I mean, that's a pretty substantial amount of freaking width just on first glance. And then, yeah, the lats right on top. Oh. I'm excited to edit this thing together and see how it really looks. But, the pump cover off truly reveals all. So I don't expect I'll get much wider over the coming months, but I also do expect that I'll get wider, right? So Sam, what the hell are you talking about? It's all about perception, right? I'm playing what am I playing? It's that visual illusion, right? Because the smaller that my waist becomes, it's not a ton, but that's a pinchable layer of subscale body fat. As that thins out, my lats, relatively, not gonna lose much size. You know, your lats don't benefit a ton from that extra body fat. Your waist, unfortunately, does. So, thickness-wise, in this section, not awesome. But as you get leaner, that'll shrink down. So you will appear larger, right? That's kind of the name of the game. Let's see how it looks. Oh. Oh my gosh. All right, so as it gets warmer in here, I'm just gonna keep getting sweatier. And without the hat to kind of act as like a sweatband, this is the first workout that I actually have like drips coming down my face. So yeah, I guess the haircut was perfectly timed because it's gonna get to freaking, I don't know what temperature in here. Because I don't wanna put in AC, at least not yet, because this is just a rental unit, you know? So it's like, fuck. Once I move out, you know, the freaking realtor office will just be able to lease the space at a higher rate. And they'll say, oh, it's got AC installed. It's like, oh shit, you pay for the freaking AC. But I think I'll be able to handle it. Now, last summer, bulking mid-July, mid-August, it was a freaking oven in here. I mean, there were days where it was, I don't know, it had to be 80, probably 85 in here, super humid, because it was also raining at the same time. I did one leg day with heavy sweats and a sweater. I don't remember if it was a sweatshirt or a sweater, but either way, I wanted to sweat. That was kind of what I was thinking in my head. I don't know what my peak heart rate was on whatever leg press set I was doing. But all done. Actually, yeah, shit. We're not doing a card talk today, so that was freaking all.